The 7th year anniversary on JP Dokkan ended on or around the 3rd of March. And 6 days after this, JP Dokkan received this event right here. It is an EZA raid called Dokkan All-Stars. As you guys can see, it dropped on the 9th, which is 6 days after the 3rd, obviously. It is a 999 stage event, and if you complete every single stage, you can earn up to a total of a ton. I'm not going to count all these. Look at all these orbs. Look at this. All the Zenny, all the Kais, and most importantly, to be specific, 277 Dragon Stones. If you want the best chance possible to obtain as many rewards as possible, you're going to want to listen to what I have to say. And of course, first things first, in terms of when will this drop on Global Dokkan, since it took 6 days for this to drop after JP's anniversary, I would assume the same thing for Global Dokkan as well. Now, the anniversary for Global usually ends around the 9th, 8th, or 10th of August, so personally, I would assume this raid will drop on Global anywhere from maybe the 15th to maybe the 20th of August, about a week or so after the anniversary ends during the physical Raditz celebration. We might receive it sooner, we might receive it later, but at one point it's going to drop on Global, and I will keep you updated when that day comes. Now, first things first, I need to keep everyone's mind sharp when it comes to the community. That is my job here as a content creator, to make sure everyone is well educated. So for today's really quick subscriber challenge, I'm going to test your mind, and if you fail, you got to subscribe, but if you pass, you can skip. All right, let's read this really quick. If you build a fort, drive a Ford, and fill out a form, then what do you eat soup with? If the first thing that popped into your mind was a fork, you got caught lacking today. You got to subscribe to the channel. We have some work to do with you, my friend. But if you thought spoon, then you can skip today's subscriber challenge. I will catch you lacking in the next one, though. Stay tuned for that. And let's hop straight into today's video. So the first thing I want to mention when it comes to this event is this event, or I guess events like this, is what makes me say all the time that grinding up every single free-to-play unit is 100% worth it. Because for those of you that are new to the game, and those of you that don't really grind up those free-to-play units, it's going to be hard to beat every single, again, it's all the way up to what, 999 stages here. Now, I will say the first few stages, again, so the way this works is that, again, there's 999 stages, 999. And there's a specific set of stages that are weak to a specific category. So stages 1 through 108 are weak to the Dragon Ball Saga category. World Tournament will be strong. Okay. I thought I confused it there for a second. So World Tournament will be strong against stages 109 to 130. Pure Saiyans will be strong against stages 131 all the way up to 172, so on and so forth. One thing you should keep in mind is that the first few stages here, maybe the first few 3, 4, 500, are pretty easy to burn through, so you don't need to run these specific categories. You can if you want, just to be safe, but I'm pretty sure from watching certain stuff on JP, you can probably run a really strong, team with the new anniversary LRs and burn them through the first 300, 400 stages. But when you start passing, I think stages 5, 6, 700, 800, you're going to need to run some of these specific categories, and every single category here has free-to-play units that I think you should definitely focus on grinding up right now. For example, Universe Survival Saga has every single unit you see right here is completely free to play. LR Master Roshi, he is completely free to play. We have this Tech Super Saiyan 2 Kaba, he is free to play. The Reps of Universe 7 support unit Master Roshi and Tien is free to play. Kakunza, sorry, this is Rosie, right? Yeah, Rosie, not Rosie. Rosie, where's Kakunza at? What typing is she? Oh, right, the AGO one right there. There we go. As well as Thick Ribrianne. There's a lot of free-to-play units on this category. Same thing with Terrifying Conquerors, which is going to be, I wouldn't say the second hardest, but the category you need right before you hit the final stretch here. So Terrifying Conquerors also has some free-to-play units on this team. I mean, LR Demon King Piccolo is completely free to play. Honestly, the whole Ginyu Force is completely free to play, and all of those Ginyu Force units are actually on this team. So again, there's not really much argument in terms of you not being able to complete this. I mean, I would assume that you can use all these Ginyu Force units and still walk away with this. If you can't, then that's on me. But I'm telling, like, this full power Frieza right here, not full power, first form Frieza is 100% free to play. He's going to dominate this event. Same thing with these free-to-play LRs if you have this guy Easy Aid and this guy Grind It Up. The point is that I need every single person watching this video to make sure they're grinding up all of these free-to-play units. And on top of that, if you're someone who thinks that Global Dokkan is boring right now, there's not a lot of content, I can understand where you're coming from, right? Because there's definitely there's like a 2-3 day boring period right before the start of every new part in the anniversary. And during that part, or during those boring days, what you should be doing is making sure you're grinding up at least one solid team of Universal Rival Saga, one solid team of Terrifying Conquerors, one solid team of Future Saga, one solid team of Defenders of Justice, one solid team of Universe 6, so on and so forth. Because if you don't, you're going to miss out on a lot of freaking Dragon Stones, and I don't want you to miss out on that. As you guys can see too, right? The first 100 stages has no damage reduction at all. It's going to be really easy to burn through all of this. Let me actually see. Let's be specific here, actually. So what? Pure Saiyans 131 to 179, so 172. And then Planetamic Saga is 173 to 242. Yeah, so like basically 100 intervals or so. I mean, look at this. Look, Heavenly Events. I like this because they know Heavenly Events is not the greatest category, so they're not going to make you run through all of these. What's it called? All of the as many stages as you would when it comes to look at this. Pure Saiyans, right? Has a lot more stages, obviously, than Heavenly Events. It's the reason why is because there's more units on Pure Saiyans than there is on Heavenly Events. Let me go ahead and look at the category really quick in terms of free-to-play units here. Heavenly Events, you have the free-to-play Piccolo and Krillin. You have the free-to-play Goku and Gohan there. You have the free-to-play, what's-his-face, Goten here, and the free-to-play Goku. What about the Gohan? I guess Gohan wouldn't be here. It's fine, I guess. But yeah, so you can see that all these categories have a good amount of free-to-play units you can grind up. I need you to understand that from now on, moving forward, if you don't grind free-to-play units, I need you to please grind up these free-to-play units. Dokkan is a grinding game. If you're not ready to grind, then I don't think there's really a purpose of playing this game, because right now, let's just say this is an awakening for you in the sense of, okay, now I really need to grind my units. You might be behind in terms of everything you need to grind. I can understand that. Moving forward, though, expect something like this to happen in the future. All right, this is not the last time they're going to drop a raid that gives a lot of Dragon Stones. I can expect something crazier for the 8th year anniversary, and if you want to be prepared for that and give yourself the best chance of obtaining all of these free rewards, grinding up as many free units as possible is going to definitely help you. And not unless you are unless you're J Fanta and you only grind up free-to-play units, not everyone is going to have to depend on only for example, right? You may not have every single unit on this category, right? That's fair. But you're not only going to have the free-to-play units, right? You might have the only summonable unit you might have is maybe LR full power Frieza, right? Or STR Cooler, or I don't know, who else, right? LR Golden Frieza whenever he comes out on Global. The point is that even the reason why I'm asking you to grind up your free-to-play, I don't know how else to say this, because I read a lot of comments saying, is he worth the grind? Is he worth the grind? Is he worth the grind? These are the reasons why he's worth the grind, because if you can't build, let's say you don't have a full roster of summonable units to take on one of these events, having 3 really powerful summonable units can easily carry you while you fill up the rest of the slots with some free-to-play units. You do not want to run into this EZA with Cybermen. That's going to get you killed. I want everyone to experience all of this, so please take a mental picture, screenshot this, screenshot all of these categories, because again, I could go through all of these and show you every single free-to-play unit, but I think that'll be a little bit too overwhelming. What I would like you to do, I think the best way to approach this, honestly, because there's a lot of categories here, just make sure right now you have it in your box. You have one solid team for every single one of these categories. And right now, I would start focusing right now on the harder ones first. Try to build a really solid Universal Rival Saga team to the best of your ability, and then stick with that team. If you can improve on it later, then sure, do that, right? But focus on that first, and then Terrifying Conquerors, so on and so forth. Again, the first few 100 stages I wouldn't worry about too much, especially if you pulled one of the new anniversary LRs and you can build a solid team with them. I think they'll be able to burn through some of these stages. And of course, as the time gets closer, like I mentioned, I'll do a complete video on that. If you have any other questions, though, let me know in the comment section below. How I'll definitely assist you as best as I can, but I wanted to bring this to your attention. Right now, it is currently the 23rd of July. This event, if it comes out the 15th to 20th, it's basically about like a month away, a little bit less than a month away. So I think that if you think the anniversary is boring, you have a lot of time to prepare for this EZA, and you have a lot of time to prepare for obtaining a lot of really great rewards, especially right before the worldwide celebration, where if you're planning on summoning, this is going to come in clutch, this is going to come in clutch, this is going to come in clutch, and a lot of this is going to come in clutch. Keep that in mind. If you enjoyed this video, consider leaving a like, consider subscribing if you are new. A lot more anniversary content is currently on my channel. If you need to check anything out, let me know. If you would personally like to see anything specific on my channel, let me know, and I will see what I can do to accommodate your desires. I will see you in the next one, though. Take care, rest well, spend time with family, and peace.